Hello, hello, guys. I'm actually a minute early, which I'm super excited about. All right. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The question I asked at the beginning for everyone to pop into the comments was, do you have a YouTube channel? And if so, how long have you had it for? This is going to be fantastic, no matter whether you're brand new or you've had it for a long time. If you're brand new, this is going to give you a giant jump start, a giant leg up on the rest of us. If you are, if you have had one for a long time, then you are going to be so refreshed by this. You are going to be so excited to learn that it's not exactly what you have been told over and over again by YouTube gurus. This is stuff I wish someone had told me at the beginning. So let's just dive right in. The topic for today is how to grow your YouTube into an income producing asset way before 1,000 subscribers. We hear that 1,000 subscriber mark as if suddenly the clouds are going to part and the money will begin to flow from YouTube, right? That's when you can monetize your channel. That's when you can start having ads. But you can get a ton out of your YouTube channel way before 1,000 subscribers. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. And that is actually why this workshop here is legit, because it's for people who also don't have 1,000 subscribers. And I can teach you how I'm already getting tons of value out of my YouTube without relying on that ad revenue that will come eventually, right? The other thing that the title would have been too long, but I don't want to neglect to say the other super powerful thing about your YouTube is its ability to be a community builder for you, right? It's community building and income producing, which of course we know go hand in hand when we're in a service heart-centered business. Today, I'm going to share with you these 4 things that totally changed my YouTube channel from like legit dead in the water. Like, why was I even putting all of this effort in? From dead in the water to growing and attracting people to me. My people, my ideal clients, my ideal community, attracting it to me. Okay. So here are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 amazing things that YouTube has already done for my business. And as of this morning, I had 626 subscribers. So way before 1,000 subscribers, things that YouTube has done for my business. Increased the number of people in my Facebook group. It's led directly to sales in my jewelry and my crystal shop. Like, person comments on YouTube video, person buys product, right? So direct link. Has shown my authority on my subject. My subject happens to be wellness in general, but crystals, oils, affirmations, meditation, vibrational healing in specific. And so my YouTube videos, by people finding those and watching those, has shown my authority on that subject, which has led me to speaking engagements. So money coming directly from speaking to people because they've seen me on YouTube. 4, it's grown my email list, which in turn leads to community, clients, and sales, right? Has given me an easy way to answer my customers' questions. Customer asks me a question. If it's the second time someone's asked me a question, the chances are high that I can point them to a YouTube video with that answer. And then number 6 has helped my new community members to feel like they already know me even before we officially meet. All right. So my new community members, because they've seen my face, they've seen me talk to the screen, they've seen me share my passion. By the time they are emailing me or buying a product or joining my Facebook group or doing coaching with me, they are already connected to me, which is huge because it's trust building so that they know who I am before they're really engaging with me, right? So I've had my YouTube channel since, and those of you guys who jumped in early, I had to go remind myself, since May of 2017. And when I started a YouTube channel, I had 0 idea of what I was doing. And it was not a popular thing to be doing. In 2017, let's be honest, there were YouTubers, people who did YouTube for a living. And then that was it. People who just did YouTube for fun, but then people who had businesses but wanted to just use YouTube as a piece of their strategy, there was not a lot of great information for that. Most of the information was tailored to how to get to 1,000 subscribers. how to get those ad revenue coming in, how to get those big deals with people who would do affiliate marketing with you because you have a big YouTube channel. There wasn't a lot of discussion about the fact that YouTube could be good for you in the beginning. All right. So I didn't know how to utilize YouTube to improve my business and attract my community. And I struggled along for 2 years with 25 followers. That was as high as I got. 25 people in 2 years because I just didn't know what to do. Then in January of 2019, one of my big intentions for the year, and I set intentions every single year, really starting in October, working my way up to January, and then I set them, and that's what I'm doing this year. One of my big intentions was to turn things around on my YouTube channel. By this point, because I was engaging in YouTube, using YouTube, I was consuming so much YouTube content, and I love YouTube content. I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments what's your favorite type of YouTube video to watch. That's going to be really interesting to see. I loved learning on YouTube. I love asking a question, not knowing what the answer is, typing it into YouTube, and having someone explain to me the answer, right? You can do so many amazing educational rabbit trails on YouTube. So I knew that if I love to learn on YouTube, there are other YouTube watchers out there who would also love to learn from me, the things that I could teach. It had to be true. But I felt so defeated by my efforts, my 2-year-long efforts to get only 25 people, that my first commitment I knew was going to have to be to shift my mindset. So I'm a life coach, a manifesting coach. All of these techniques that I use are both healing, but they also help you to manifest a life that you love. And so for me, I knew even 2 years ago, okay, I'm part of the problem here. My mindset is YouTube is hard. My mindset is YouTube is for the big guys. My mindset is YouTube is for people who can buy expensive equipment. My mindset was YouTube is for people who know how to use tech, right? And it couldn't be true because I wanted to succeed and I wasn't those things. So my number one key thing that I want to teach you of 4 things today, mindset is key. Some of you guys are like, duh. And others of you are probably like, oh, why is everyone telling me mindset? But it is so important. I had to stop myself, say, well, clearly, 2 years, 25 subscribers, not many views is not working for you. What can I do that I can truly trust will make a difference? What can I do that by doing it, there's just no way I'll fail? So there are 3 things here. 1, improve each video. Stop thinking I've got to reach some level, some magical level in order for people to care what I have to share. How about let's just make each one better? So before I started running my own business, I was a manager at Trader Joe's. And one of the big core values at Trader Joe's is Kaizen, which means slightly better every day. So one improvement over one improvement over one improvement, if you look at that over a year, that's incredible versus sitting around just thinking, well, if I could be there, then I'd have a great YouTube following, right? So the second thing, learn from other YouTubers that I admire. I watch. So for me, I guess I asked you guys, let me see what some of you said. Learning, as well as like personal experience, minimal home decluttering, cleaning. All right. Michelle, you're going to catch the replay. Awesome. So we all have our own thing. For me, so I personally am a nomad. I travel full time. We're based in Brooklyn. This is our studio here, but we travel across the country, or we did until 2020, right? And so I love watching van life videos, remodel videos, tiny homes, outdoors, all of that stuff. And I learned essentially within 3 months, we went from, I think we want to live on the road to living on the road. And we manifested it like that. And a lot of that was to the fact that you can find all these videos on YouTube. So I know that there are people watching those videos and changing their lives, right? I wanted to be on the other side. I wanted to be helping people. All right. So learn from those YouTubers. What are they doing? Not these, I am a YouTube specialist and I am going to tell you all of the YouTube things. And here is the stuff to buy, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily, but very often what should work is not the same as what does work in real life. So let me follow the people that I like and see what they're doing and try implementing that and see if it works for me, right? And the third is trust the process. Patience is key. I knew 2 years, 25 people. All right, fine. Like that didn't work. I need it to be faster, but let's not set this goal of 1,000 subscribers within a year when I could only get to 25 in 2 years, right? So trust the process, trust the Kaizen, trust the better each day. And I set myself a goal, I think it was for 100 subscribers in that year. And I definitely made it. I don't remember this was 2019. I don't remember what I started with at the beginning of 2020. But so basically 2019, January, 25 subscribers. Okay. October 2020, 626 subscribers. So 601 people in a year and 10 months have decided that they like my content, whereas the first 2 years before that, only 25 people. All right. So that shows you that what I did clearly made a difference, right? So let's move on to the second thing. Clarity. Clarity is premier. You cannot start without clarity. Another thing you're going to say, well, Erin, we've heard this a bunch of times. Yes, you have, and that's because it's important. But I want to tell you specifically how it applies to your YouTube channel. Who am I speaking to? Now, most of my videos that I had been putting up, there were several things wrong with them. The first thing was it was basically I would do a Facebook Live, which I love doing. I love teaching workshops. I would do a Facebook Live, download it, and upload it to YouTube with a little bit of editing on iMovie. And the quality of a Facebook Live ain't great, right? It's good because people get to see you live and they get to interact. But it is not the quality that you need for a YouTuber to sit there and watch it. So that was problem number one. Second of all, they're 30-minute or an hour workshops that I do. So someone meeting me for the first time on my YouTube channel and having to sit there for an hour of content is just not the best way to open the door and invite them in. So I was speaking to people who were already my audience. That's great, but it's not going to attract new people. It's going to keep those 25 people real happy, but not help anybody else. So those 30-minute to an hour workshops had to go. That was not the platform for that. I still put them on there occasionally, but mostly I just had to make shorter videos, right? But then the second thing about clarity is your bat signal. You're here in Martha's group, so you guys know that goes for your entire business. Everything that you do comes down to what is your why, what is your purpose, what's your lane, what's your sphere of influence, sphere of expertise, your magic, right? What is that for your entire business? Then think, who am I speaking to on YouTube? All right. Who am I speaking to on YouTube? This will help you make some important shifts. Your audience, these people for your bat signal, there's a group of them that are hanging out on Instagram, a group of them that are hanging out on Facebook, a group of them that read blogs, and a group of them that are on YouTube. You want to think about your YouTube audience when you create a YouTube video, right? So shorter videos, in general, 5 to 15 minutes. This makes the person watch the whole video, which is super important for the way that YouTube views your channel and therefore whether or not it shows it to people. And then if people make it through your video and they still want more, they click to another video, which is great for your YouTube algorithm, but also great for you because they're consuming more of your content. So if you give them an hour, well, they're not going to watch another hour. They just don't have that time. So 5 to 15 minutes was the first thing that I changed. Then clear titles and tags. Okay, if you know who your audience is on YouTube, you know what you want to tell them, then all you need to do is create those clear titles and tags so that when they are searching YouTube, they are finding you. And this leaves out esoteric terms. This leaves out vagueness. You want to be specific, right? So like the title for my YouTube would be Growing Your YouTube Channel into an Income Producing Asset Way Before 1,000 Subscribers. I've told you the whole thing, not just grow your YouTube, not just income on YouTube, but way before 1,000 subscribers. That's speaking to an exact person where they are right now, the before 1,000 subscribers person. Then you fit your tags that way too, right? Clarity, clarity, clarity. Then clear call to action. This seems so simple, and yet it was one of the things. Sorry, there's a bee. I've got to move my essential oil, so maybe he goes over there. Okay. Call to action is so key. It's one of the things that I neglected for a long time, because you're kind of like, I don't want to tell them, that they should buy this thing, or I just want them to watch the stuff, first of all, right? But they won't do anything unless you tell them what it is. So there's an end screen for every single video. Use the end screen. Show them the subscribe circle. Show them another video that they would like that has to do with this, so that they can click. Make it easy for them. And then also give them a call to action. So if for example, a recent video that I put out that directly affected my business was crystals and oils safety. And y'all have seen me talk about that in here. And I created that PDF list of the not safe oils to put in crystal roller bottles and the safe ones. And I created that list because you don't want to have to keep coming back to find my YouTube video to listen to me say this list. No, just here's a pretty PDF for you to download. So then I offer for people to download it, then they download it, right? That's a call to action. That call to action also puts them onto my email list. So we're exchanging information in that way. But if I didn't offer that to them, well, they wouldn't take me up on it, right? Because I didn't make it easy. So the other thing, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, go do this today. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner when you're watching YouTube, your logo is down there. If you've added your logo for your business, that is the subscribe spot. When they're watching the video in full screen, the only way to subscribe is to click down there without getting out of full screen. You do not want that to be your logo. You want that to say subscribe, because otherwise people have no clue what that is. That was one dumb thing that I realized probably 6 months ago. And then immediately, guess what? Hey, I'm getting more subscribers. Maybe it's because I told them where to subscribe, right? So clarity of call to action, it's always better. And then third, organization. I see so many YouTube channels that have just that one strip at the top that says videos. You can create playlists and you can put them on the front of your YouTube. So if you go to mine, I put the link for you. If you go to my YouTube, it shows you all the stuff I do, all the topics I cover. So if you're into crystal healing, meditation, essential oils, nomad life, natural health and immunity, stress relief, I think those are most of them, then this is the spot for you, right? All right. So speeding up these next couple so that we can get through it all. 3, you cannot avoid quality, right? I tried to avoid quality for 2 years, and guess what? It did not work. I thought, you know what? I'm putting it out there. That's good, right? But how about I take a little bit extra effort to actually get a significant return? So I had always given incredible value of content, but I needed to give incredible value of the visual that people were experiencing, right? So there's so many people on YouTube doing videos on the topic you want to talk about. You don't want people watching your video and then going, I think somebody does it better than this, right? So first, obviously, great content, tell them good things, right? But then take the time to treat yourself like a professional in this sphere. I have Adobe software that I use for my sound editing, video editing, adding an intro and an outro. I thought that was going to be so hard. Turns out it is way less time consuming than arguing with iMovie on my phone or my computer, trying to make these cuts that don't work. You can be so precise in Adobe that it is just 1,000% worth it to use Adobe Premiere for this. Then improving my thumbnails, make it look bright, make it pop, make it large, legible print so that people can see it in search, right? Sound and lighting. So I'm outside because my indoor studio the lighting is low, and anytime I do a video in there, it's not great lighting. So I try to come outside so that you can see me better, even on Facebook or on YouTube. Same thing with video. I don't have a great mic, so I have to do more sound editing in Adobe to make it as good as possible, because that does change whether or not somebody will watch it. I know as a viewer of YouTube that it changes it. Music. Epidemic Sound. I meant to get a link for you guys. I will in a second when we jump off of this. Epidemic Sound is one of my very favorite things. They have gorgeous, free to use music. You're paying a monthly subscription, but you can use any of the music on there for the start and end of your video, which already takes it up a notch. And then underneath you, if you want, like if you're like me and you do a lot of calming videos, then having that music underneath it, it's just totally different. It's a total different level of content. And then just back to, please don't reuse your Facebook Lives for 2 years and think that that's going to work, right? It's just not going to work. I do still put some of them on there. Like this will probably go on YouTube, but it's not going to be the quality, visual or auditory quality of video that I usually create. So most of your videos need to be as high quality as possible. So now with Restream, if it's your Facebook group, right, you can do Restream straight to YouTube, which gives it higher quality for YouTube and to your Facebook group at the same time, so that you're not having to do all of this finagling to get your live onto YouTube. All right, 2 minutes for this last one. Consistency is the biggest thing. I tell people all the time in my business coaching, well, are you going to do it? If it's something you're concerned I should be doing for my business and you're ready to take it on, let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's get you started with YouTube. But if you're going to post a video once this month, once next month, a couple times in January, not for 3 months, there are other ways you can spend your time. Let's just be honest. Either do it or avert your focus, okay? Because if you are telling people, like and subscribe and make sure to ring the bell so that you find out when I put up my next video, and then your next video is not for a month, the person has already forgotten who you are. You want to A, build up a lot of content quickly so they can see it, but B, have them know when to come back, that it's happening, that things are going to be on your channel. You are a place to go for information. So I post weekly. Some people can post daily, every other day. Some people it's every 2 weeks. Whatever your thing is, tell people that and stick to it so that they stick around. All right. If you have a blog, you've already maybe been consistent on that blog and you don't have time to come up with a whole bunch of new things for YouTube. Guess what? Every single blog you've already written is a YouTube topic. You're just saying it for the watchers instead of letting the readers read it. Then you can do the thing where you bounce people back and forth. You have your blog, pop the YouTube video in there so that if they want to watch it, they can click it from your channel. If you're on YouTube, you can say, hey, if you want to read more about this, head over to my blog. Where's your blog? Your website, right? Which is where you want people ultimately to go to have the best experience with you and your brand. Answer people's questions. I mentioned this at the beginning. Now, when someone asks me a question, if it's the second time, I should have a YouTube video by now that answers that question. Otherwise, I feel dumb. Why am I spending time typing out this long explanation for something that I could just say, hey, here's the YouTube video, and they could like actually sit across from me and watch me explain it to them, right? That's so much more powerful. So answer those questions. That way you can help people who are already your customers, but also that is attracting people. It's attracting people who are typing that question into YouTube, right? And then ask your audience. If you already have a current YouTube audience or a current Facebook or Instagram, hey, what do you guys want to learn about? I'm doing videos now. What do you want to know? So that way, you know, at least you're making some segment of people really happy with your content. And then as you go, you'll get more feedback about what people like and don't like, right? So if you have no audience or you have no way of figuring out what you should be doing, try different things and see how they do. For a long time, I was just kind of like randomly putting stuff out there. And then around probably 300 subscribers, it was very clear that the like 10 to 15 minute video of me explaining more in depth on a topic than most YouTube videos will go, was a lot of people were wanting. And so my top video is about supplement. My next video is about the intro to crystals. My next one is about one of my essential oil videos. I forget which one. Testing to see if they're pure. And then my next one is meditation. I love to talk about nomad life. I love to talk about affirmations. I love to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. but I make most of my content on essential oils, crystals, and meditation because that is what people are responding to, right? And so then I get to throw my other one in there and see if I've got an audience for it yet. But respond to what you're seeing happen in your analytics. That's going to give you the fastest ramp up. So I want to finish really quickly just by repeating what YouTube has done for my business in case some of you guys missed it, but really because you totally can also have this happen for you way before 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 626, but even at, I would say 300 subscribers is where I started seeing sales, seeing growth in my community, seeing all these things like start to happen for me from YouTube. And that was within like a year and a couple of months of putting direct effort in after digging a giant hole I had to get out of. If you have a new YouTube channel, you're not getting out of this giant analytics hole that I had built myself for no one ever watching my videos. So very quickly, you will get there where you're seeing these. So there's 6 things. Increased Facebook group, leads directly to sales in my jewelry and crystal shop, shows my authority on my subject and has gotten me speaking engagements, both virtual and in person, grown my email list, which in turn then leads to clients and sales, gives me an easy way to answer customer questions, and helps my new community members feel like they already know me. Like by the time we officially meet in Instagram or my Facebook group or through email, or when I send them a note with their purchase, they already know me because they've already seen my face. They've already heard my passion, right? So I want you guys to pop your questions into the comments here. And let me see if I missed anything. Let me know any questions that you have below, and I would be delighted to stick around for a couple minutes and answer those. First, I want to say, I had so many questions about YouTube. It was enlightening to me to realize how much I have to share based on, I always thought, until last year, 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'll be an authority. No, you're an authority when it's working for you, right? So I'm going to create, if there's enough interest, a little mini course. Some of the things I talked about here, but literally like videos of how do you improve your channel art? What titles and tags? What is that? How do you do that? How do you think through all of these things, right? So that it's kind of idiot proof, which is what I needed because I felt like an idiot at the beginning when it was taking forever to get any traction. So I just want to help make it way easier and faster for everyone else than it was for me. So if you're interested at all in that mini course, it won't be a giant thing. It won't be an expensive thing, but it'll be what I can pull together quickly and easily. That's like all the basic steps. I'm going to pop a link here. So ivyandlight.com/YouTube-mini-course-waitlist. Okay. Leave me your name there and email. And as soon as I have enough people that it's worth my time to step away and do that, then I will create that course and I'll send you guys an email and you'll get a special discount for being on the wait list first. And then if you can't wait for that, you need help now. I have several coaching clients that are business related. I also do health and life coaching. But with my business clients, we talk about anything from clarity of your brand to creating courses to creating general content. I haven't worked with someone on YouTube yet, but I would love, 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 love to do that. It would be such an amazing thing to be able to talk video, presentation, as well as the tech side of it. I would be delighted. So you can actually go on my website, just click on coaching and community. Do I have a link for that? No, just click coaching and community and you can get right to my free discovery call. We do 20 minutes for free just to see if we're a good fit. If what you need is something I can help you with. You can actually get that through the same link. I put a button on the wait list for you too. Leanne, suggestions for quality that are free to utilize. So what I am coming to you on right now is my computer with my computer camera and the computer audio. So that is the cheapest way you can do it. I was using my iPhone for a while, but my iPhone is old now. And the volume would go up and down, which was awful. And it was very, very difficult to fix. And it took hours to edit a 10-minute video. So moving to my laptop or first I had a laptop, my desktop, now I have a laptop. Moving to that was free because I already had it, but it already improved the quality. The second thing, the best thing you can do, I believe, instead of spending a bunch of money on new equipment, is get the Adobe Premiere. So you can get, I'll get y'all the link for that too if you want. I have, I'm pretty sure they have like reference links that I can give you with my link to get a percentage off to start off with. I have the entire Adobe suite because I use Lightroom for my photography too, but you can get just Premiere or you can get the whole thing. And Spark is how I create all of my graphics. And that made a gigantic difference in the quality because you could fix the sound, you could fix the lighting, you could fix the color, and you can clip edit. So if I get to a point where I can't think what to say for 15 seconds, you just take that right out and it's not nearly as hard as what I was trying to do with iMovie. Then lighting. So move to outside. It's a cloudy day today or in direct sunlight. So maybe in like a shadowed area while there's other sunlight. Get in a quiet place, which is not ideal where I am right now. I'm going to have to edit the heck out of this sound quality. And if you are indoors, play with your lights. Get one color light, yellow or blue, not mixing both of them because that makes you look crazy. And then just have it where it's coming from one angle onto your face with something white on the other side to bounce it back off. So light from here and then something white to bounce it back off. That's basic photography, which works for videography as well. I hope that helps. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm going to make sure. I think most people, it was just, yeah, so most people were just saying they'll watch the replay. Awesome, guys. If you watch the replay and you have questions, still post them below. I am also just a Facebook message away. So I would love for you to take this information, apply the things that seem the easiest to apply to your YouTube channel and watch for the difference. Don't hope for the difference, just watch for it because it will happen. All right, guys. I love you very much. Thank you so much for joining me live today. It was just a pleasure and delight to be able to share with you. YouTube is my favorite, by far, my favorite platform. It makes sense. Do the work, put in the quality, you will get a return. So I want everyone to be using it because it really, really, really is one of the most fun and the best parts of my business. All right, guys, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll come with another video on another fun topic for you soon. Talk to you later.